authority, rooted in maleness, made no effort to hide the belief that a brain resting between the pierced ears of a 30-year-old female graduate of Yale School of Law somehow negated its existence. That idiocy didn't even raise her blood pressure. She fingered her pearl earrings and grimaced as a hawk glided to rest on the ledge outside. No, she would have been fine, and Christopher Beasley would not at this very moment be preparing to fire her, except for one innocent little lunch with small-minded Harry. Why, oh why, had she agreed to go to lunch with the lizard? Honestly, his head rivaled the shape of the geckos that ran in and out of every flower bed in Central Florida. Come to think of it, his eyes were shifty like a gecko, too. Was the single life getting to her so much that she'd date a lizard? She stopped and tapped the window ledge. Meg and Kendra were on her case to date more, but who had time to meet people after spending 65 hours a week at the office? She sighed. The sisters just didn't understand life in the city. "You guys have got it easy," she said to the Hawks. "Circle, eat, rest, repeat, with the occasional head bang into a window to keep us lawyers on our toes." She shook her head. Well, it didn't matter now. Mr. Beasley awaited her presence, and it would only get worse the longer she stood here. Her heels sank into the plush, pearl-colored carpet as she crossed the office, ignoring the latest sacrifice to her black thumb, a nearly dead African violet. She opened her office door and cast one last glance at what, in about 10 minutes, probably would not be her office. Oh, well, maybe she could take the plant to Anna. She picked up the violet. At least the charade of defending a slime ball who made fun of an old homeless man to make himself feel big would come to an end. And the day was still young. She could hit the beach before the lunch rush hit I-4. Shoulders thrown back, chin up, Tandy made her way down the hallway and entered an elevator lined in the obligatory mahogany, brass, and mirrors, testimony to Christopher's desire never to rock a boat, even in the decoration of his law firm's offices. She eyed her reflection and saw steel in the brown eyes staring back. Cutting Harry off at the knees in public wasn't the best financial move she could have made. How would she buy food for Cooper or pay his vet bills? Keeping an old Basset hound with arthritic knees and hips in comfort was a pricey endeavor. Still, it had been worth it to see the shock on Harry's face when she announced in her loud voice the impending completion of his career. From a 9x9 prison cell, that cardboard box would look like heaven. She checked her chignon, tucking in a stray curl and smoothing the rest down. Picturing Harry's smug, pudgy face behind bars did way more to calm her pulse rate than Sinatra's crooning. The elevator dinged, announcing her arrival to Christopher Beasley's penthouse lair. Tandy took a deep breath, tightened her grip on the sagging violet, sent up a prayer of thanks that she'd picked the Ann Taylor suit today, must look sharp when being fired, and stepped across the threshold. "He's waiting for you." Sympathy shimmered in Anna's blue eyes. The Orlando sun shining through the window made Anna's hair glow like a fresh pearl. Tandy set the violet down on Anna's desk. "Thanks, Anna. It's been good knowing you. I wonder if you might coax this little guy back to life?" Anna raised her eyebrows. "Tandy, how many times do I have to tell you? You're a danger to plants." She smiled and wagged her finger. "You taking them in isn't an act of kindness. You leave the greenery to us old chicks." Tandy laughed. "Yes, ma'am." She took another breath. "I guess I should go in now." Anna sobered. "Guess so." "Still on cup number 3? I just took in cup 4. I doubt he's taken a sip yet, though. He's slowing down." "Thanks for everything, Anna." "You're welcome, honey. Take care of yourself. And you call me if you need anything, here?" Tandy nodded, only now realizing that losing her job also meant losing Anna's kind wisdom. She blinked hard. Crying at work would not do. She stepped to Christopher's door and knocked. "Come." His deep voice bellowed through the door, and Tandy's pulse kicked up again. This was it. For the first time ever, Tandy Sinclair was about to be fired from a job. When she'd moved to Orlando to take this job and declare war on the city that took her childhood, Tandy never would have guessed she'd become a beach bum herself. "Tandy, sit down."